Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, December 20th. It is the day before Nicole's birthday.
Thank you for that, Stevie. I love that.
Well, listen, I don't want... Well, listen, I don't want YouTube to, cancel us because we didn't have the rights to that song.
Oh, well, that's all right. You just gave me a taste of it, a little taste.
I wanted to get to the happy birthday to you part, but...
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I know. I should just skip ahead, but yeah, no. I just got like a notification. Are you playing music?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're gonna be canceled.
Start our video. Okay. Hi. Welcome. This is Par for the Discourse. I'm Erica, coming to you from Brooklyn. This is Nicole, coming to you from Madrid.
Hi.
We've been doing this chat every week, almost, since the beginning of this lockdown in our adjacent cities, and comparing and contrasting what we've both been dealing with. Nicole and I go way back. We've been friends since high school, pretty much, through our lives. And here we are, about what we're in our early 40s.
That's accurate. Yeah. Listen, your sound suddenly got really low. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm not. Maybe it was trying to pick up the music still. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
So what are the plans for tomorrow?
My plan is to be alone for a couple hours. Kids are still in school. I don't have to work. So I'm going to get up and just be by myself. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to do. I'm getting sushi for lunch.
Ooh.
And yeah, I'm just going to be mellow and, I don't make a big fuss about it anymore anyway. And, having your birthday so close to Christmas, anybody that remembers it is, gets a plus. Oh yeah, it's your birthday. Yeah. So.
Yes. Well, happy birthday. Nothing is coming in the mail. I'm just telling you right now. I had a really bad experience at the post office, and I thought about, I'd have to go to the post office to mail you something internationally, and I'm not going back there for a while.
It's never a good place, the post office, but I can imagine now it's probably even, God knows.
You know how, did I ever tell you this? I have this, Ronnie had an old boss who his comparison to European cities and American cities has to do with the not having that court, like what do you call the square in each, like Madrid has its like
a plaza, yeah.
A plaza. And that was where people went to talk.
Yeah.
That's where people went to debate and discuss. And the idea of American cities is these suburbs around, and everybody's a commuter, and there isn't that type of thing. It's a different society. And that was his kind of thing, like what was wrong, why we didn't have that, and why we didn't relate to each other. And it's an interesting theory. So thinking about that, I think that the post office has become the place for people to be the town crier.
Oh, so they're exchanging ideas in line? Is that what's going on there?
Sorta.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in a line with about 50 people. Because everybody's socially distanced, the line is out the door. It's also Christmas. There's only 2 people that work the window, despite there being 8 windows. That's the way it's always been.
Oh, God, yeah.
Office is just, it's either cut workers or whatever. I don't have problems going there. I do have to go there for some packages Ronnie mails out, and I'll go in because he needs a receipt. He can print the postage, but he needs a receipt. So you have to take it to them. And so it's a long line because it's Christmas, and this guy's behind me, and he sees a guy in front of me that they know each other, and you're just stuck in the middle of their conversation for an hour and a half. And the guy behind me was just a loudmouth Republican, and every small talk thing that the other guy was trying to say, like, oh, how's your family, or oh, hey, did you hear about this, or hey, just small talk, he turned it into fuck Cuomo, let's go drag him out of his house, and I mean, he was like threatening murder to Cuomo and de Blasio, and this is all the Dems' fault, and that's why we're all, I mean, just yelling. And it was an hour of it was painful because no one else said anything. They all just stood there in line, and no one told them to shut the fuck up. And so that's why, Nicole, that's why you're not getting a Christmas card or a birthday
Thanks to
card.
this guy. Thanks to this guy who ruined my fucking birthday.
Yeah, I'm blaming him. I'm not going back there. So happy birthday, Nicole. That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, I'm not, this is painful. I'm not coming back here.
I hate going there, and yeah, I can imagine now with like just the conditions that are going on, that's bad. But like you said too, Christmas is, I always remember in Long Island City going to the post office at Christmas time, this one time, again, you're there for like a ridiculous amount of time, and some old woman started screaming like, where's my package? Because the lady, took our tickets or whatever and went in the back. And she starts yelling, where's my package? And she's like, it's coming. So's Christmas.
I think because it's a government organization, and it is government funded or whatever.
Yeah.
That people just feel that this is what their taxes are going towards, and they just take out all their rage. But I also noticed this week, every store I had to go to, which we're trying to not go to many stores, this guy had his mask here, which is annoying, but now they're not enforcing it. This woman walked in and started screaming terrorist to him, calling him a terrorist, just screaming, you're a terrorist, because his mask was below his nose. And I was like, the lady that was checking me out was complimenting my braids. And we're having, it was like this nice moment, and then it just, terrorist!
Yeah, that probably got everyone's
last thing any New Yorker wants to hear.
Of course. Those people are looking for fights, come on.
So you don't even know,
Hey, listen, you just made me think of something funny, because I went to the store too this week. I'm guilty, but I stopped work last Thursday, and I'm like, I want to go clothes shopping. I just lost some weight, and I want to like buy something. So I went in the store. I had like, I hate trying on things and that whole thing, but I had about 5 or 6 items over my arm, like holding it over my arm. And I go into the dressing room, and the woman says to me, you have to put gel on before you go into the dressing room. They had like the hand sanitizer gel in a dispenser on the wall. So I said, okay. So I put my hand under it, thinking it was one of those automatic things that squirts the shit out. You're laughing. I didn't even get to the punchline.
I'm picturing it.
I'm putting my hand under like this, and nothing's coming out. And she goes, no, you have to press it. So I'm like, well, I had all this stuff, right? So she goes, never mind, I'll do it for you. So she goes behind the counter and takes out a bottle, I guess, that you fill this thing up with. Bottle of the hand sanitizer gel. Turns it over onto my hand, and I kid you not, this is what it looked like. That's how much gel she put. My whole palm was full of it. And she goes, oops, sorry. And she walks away, and I'm like, well, she's going to go get a tissue to like help me clean this up, right? And she didn't. She turned around and goes, don't stain the clothes. So I was like, so listen to what I did. I pulled one of these moves. So I walk into the dressing room. I try with the hand that had the clothes. I get into my bag. I managed to get out a tissue, and I did this, and it was so globbed on that I just did this to the curtain. I left like a crime. It looked like a crime scene in there. I had like prints
of alcohol. I mean, rubbing alcohol. I mean, sanitizer. I mean, what the hell?
It was all over the curtain of the dress. I just left like various.
I'm sure it smelled sterile.
I'm like, really?
At least it doesn't stink.
No, it smelled. It smelled bad. It's the cheap shit, whatever they use.
Cheap shit.
And I got there early. I got there at like 10. That's when the place opens. And there's a sign there, and I noticed it was in more than one store. Dressing room does not open until 12. So I'm like, well, why is the damn store even open? I can't buy things without trying it on. So I said, why is it closed? And she's like, well, we need to clean it out first. Like, we need to do whatever they do to it. I'm like, well, can't you do that when the store closes? Or
that sounds like they're just cutting back staff or something.
Maybe.
Weird.
Well,
anyway. I don't like trying things on in a store. I like guessing. And then if it doesn't work, I have to go back and then I get store credit or I exchange it for something. I don't know. I hate dressing rooms.
I just hate the whole process. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like getting naked in a store. I think if you've worked in a retail store, I know you have a story about working in a retail store, but when you've been working in a dressing room and you hear people having sex because they thought it was funny to like go into a store and have sex in a dressing room, or it just is like, I'd rather, I'm thinking like that was kind of the worst thing that ever happened to me. I know you had a worse story about a dressing room, but people are gross.
I don't remember that story you told about having sex someone had sex in a dressing room.
Yeah, it was somebody I knew. Oh, she came in with her boyfriend and was like, hey, we went to brunch. Can we go in the dressing room? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was working. I was like, oh, I thought I was going to get fired because it was my friend.
Oh, God.
It's somebody you know, too. So anyway, what else is going on this week? Oh, yeah, Christmas.
Oh, yeah. that. Yeah, nothing to say about that. It's going to be low key, which I'm glad. I don't want to make any plans this holiday season. I'm just going to be.
Are you going to be Zooming on Thursday or Friday?
No. I'm not into these giant Zoom meetings with all the family members so we can cut each other off. And tomorrow there's supposed to be like a, every year our school does a, like a little party at the school where everybody brings something and wines and everybody does like a little toast and then we donate to some shit organization. So now since we're not doing that, they gave us a link to our online platform and everyone's supposed to go on there and do like a little toast. And I'm like, how's that going to work with 30 people? What are they going to have, like rooms, like little rooms that we go in and out of? Or so I have the perfect excuse. Since it's my birthday, I'm like, sorry, I won't be there. I have too many phone calls and things to do. I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah. It makes it easy to opt out as opposed to being there in person. And you know how like those kind of things they get, oh, it's at the end of the day, you have to stay. They force people to like attend those kind of things. This way, like, I mean, they really can't force you to attend.
I haven't gone in the past few years. The last time I went, I was just sickened at the cheapness of my coworkers, like bringing in their leftovers and shit. Like it's, no, it's not a potluck, but it's like before lunch, hors d'oeuvres or whatever you bring. Somebody like brought in a Tupperware of their dinner the night before. I'm like, this is low class. I'm sorry, but
that's funny.
But that last time I went, I also did like a little bit of a faux pas, and I was like, I can't come back to these things anymore. Like my friend and I were like eating the expensive ham while they were, we had like wine and ham and we're standing there and they're doing the presentation for the organization that we're supposed to donate to. And it was all about like feeding the hungry. So it's like pictures of these emaciated like children. And I'm like, I'm like, is this wrong? Should I be?
Were you and her the only ones eating? Like everybody else is listening and being polite, and and you guys are in the back shoving your faces? That's funny. So something told you, like you told yourself, I can't come back to this. I'm embarrassed. Or did someone say something to you?
No, no one said anything, but I was like,
Fuck it then. Uh,
so it's snowing? Snowing there, you said.
yeah, it is. It is slightly snowing, not as much. We got a huge storm like Wednesday, and Binghamton was on the national news. Everybody was very excited about that.
I saw that. Yeah.
It was kind of funny. My mom sent me a picture of her car. You couldn't see it.
My
That's
mother
always
does
fun.
that too every year. Like, look at this, and it's like, you know,
Look,
you can't see anything.
there's a car under there. Ha ha ha. She's an asshole for not having a garage. You know what I mean? That's why she can't have a nice car. Anyway, but we were talking about the Zoom thing, so I'll talk about yesterday, which I have to commend myself. A week ago, one of the contributors of our magazine, he's a stand-up comedian. I talked about him last week. He just said, hey, I want to do something for the holidays. What can we do? And I saw a lot of people actually having events, socially distanced, and you see these photos of people with masks on, but you know, they have to get on the train and go there, and you're asking people to gather, whether or not it's safe or not. I had a hard time wanting to do that and helping promote other people doing it. I just kind of, it's not essential. Although art is essential. Art is very important. And so we decided to do this Instagram live interview thing, and we called it a soldathon, like the telethon, like Jerry Lewis would just go all day long. So the idea was just to go on Instagram live, and they do a split screen now where if you're live, you know, people are commenting, and then you can let one other person in. You can't let more than one, but it can screen so you can have another account join. So we've been seeing other people doing it, and I thought, well, that's really cool, but how could we do something a little, you know, kind of do something interesting with this instead of just one-on-one interviews. So I sent out an email on, I'm sorry, I'm telling this whole detailed thing. Sent out an email, like cast a very large net Sunday night, ended up getting about 16 people agreeing to participate. It was 16 artists. That's a lot, 16. And we did 15-minute intervals. I sent everybody a spreadsheet with the times that they had to log in. I can't believe it. All 16 logged in at the exact time that I told them to. No one was late. Everybody was, it was amazing. One girl logged in while she was on the street painting a mural.
Wow.
Like she was on the street. And it just was, it was like I was watching a sports show, because we were watching it here at home, and I'm on the back end helping. Like he was running the whole show, I was just watching, but I had coordinated the whole thing, and I was like, I like every time the next artist was there and on time, I was like, yay! I was so excited.
And no technical problems or any of that crap?
Little, but nothing bad. And I really patted myself on the back, because I've been trying to like wrangle artists and ask for favors to get things done. And I always like am very humbled by people's participation in the things I've come up with. So there's nothing funny about any of this. It was really funny though. It was, if you get a chance, it's like 2 hours.
I watched a little bit, like clips, but it was like 3 hours.
Yeah, maybe even more. And then there's a second part. It did cut us off at
right, that was part one.
So there's 2 parts. The last guy is hilarious. I mean, they're all very funny. So I feel good about yesterday, because I like when somebody presents like an idea, I always tend to, and it's not our, we talk about being negative. I try not to be negative, but I do think about what could go wrong. And sometimes that can hold me back from just trying.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't believe, every 15 minutes, the next artist was there. The next artist was there. And
Hold it
I'm gonna
off.
send everybody a thank you today. And I hope that it helped their sales. Like, we weren't involved with any of the sales. We were just promoting it. So I'd put their links, in the comments every time somebody came on. So it would be their managing of the sales, which is just easier anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some people doing like charity events and stuff, and it's kind of, we talked about doing a silent auction, and I was like, oh, it just sounds like a hassle.
I remember you saying that you
gotta be somewhat simple that okay, it's not, I'm not pulling teeth.
once you start adding variables to it, then the whole thing's gonna fall apart. No, that's good.
Well, the variable are these artists, because the last 3 guys were hilarious. It
That's
was
a lot of preparation too for the host, I think.
we had a long talk the night before. There was a couple things I wish that he kind of knew about. Like, he kind of got stumped. One guy started talking about a book that he wrote, and he's like, "Oh, you have a book? Where could?" And I was like, "I did a review of that last year." Like, unsold. Like, I reviewed the book, we promoted it, we talked about it in 2019. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't know you wrote a book." And I was like, "Yes." But that was it. Otherwise, I was the only like snafu.
What's that?
Is that a doggy?
How's your dog? How's Domi?
Okay, so then there's his face. Hi, Domi. Hi.
Now I see him. Okay. Yeah.
So, well, that's why I have my hair braided.
Is it the dog?
Yeah. So this has lasted since Tuesday. I got him done on Tuesday. I've been sleeping with my scarf every night. So I told you I had like these problems on my scalp, and I thought if I got my hair braided, I would stop picking at my dry scalp. So this has been working, but also wanted to do photos, and my neighbor had gotten her hair braided, and she said, "Oh, this girl just came to the house." And I've been looking to get somebody to braid my hair. It's one of those things that I don't know if it's a childhood thing. I used to get my hair braided all the time when I was a kid. Like, you just sat down and got your hair braided. I don't know if this is something that's nostalgic to you. I used to get my hair braided nonstop. I don't know if it was for dance when I was a kid, or my girlfriends were practicing, or what. I was always sitting down getting my hair yanked and braided, and I'm missing my girlfriends who would braid my hair, and I don't have a girlfriend who would just come over and braid my hair. It's such a weird thing. So my neighbor gave me the number to this girl, and she said, "Oh, she'll do house calls." And so I had no reason to get my hair braided, but I just wanted to see how well she did, because I went down the street for like $25, and they'll do two braids for $25, and it's not good. They don't do a good job. But this girl was very tight and put a lot of gel in it, and so it's lasting. And so I made the excuse that we were going to go on the stoop and do a photo shoot with the dog. Did I send you the one?
Yeah.
So I thought it was really appropriate to have cornrows with my pit bull on the Brooklyn stoop.
I love that picture. That was a really cool picture.
Completely so Brooklyn, it's disgusting. So wait, here, I'll put it on the screen. Well, the outtake is my favorite one, is when Ronnie's trying to bite Domi's ear.
And by the way, we were walking down the street the other day, and Violetta says, "Hey, that looks like Erica's dog." Yeah, that's cute.
So that's us on this. That's the outtake. But then
And did you coordinate that red? Yes, you did.
Of course. Oh, there was a black outfit too. So there was this coordinated outfit. Thank you.
That's the one I saw.
Yeah, and then I made everybody go. Everybody went in the house and changed. I even put different 97 sneakers on.
I have the same shoes as Ronnie, by the way.
Yeah. I love it. So I put it up on Facebook, right? My favorite place. And yeah, I miss you on there. And I put it up. I said, "Oh, Merry, this is our Christmas card this year." And somebody comments, "I hope to see this photo in my Christmas card." That I'm like, "No, this is the Christmas card."
Are you kidding? Yeah, this is it.
This is the Christmas card. Print it out on your own. Nobody's getting Christmas cards this year. I'm sorry. If anybody is waiting for, we've done Christmas cards in the past.
You didn't do them last year either. I remember you saying this last year.
I did send out a couple, like to my mom and his dad, and
Okay.
but very just.
Well, I did see
the photo, but
we were walking down the street the other day because Violetta has seen pictures of your dog, of course, and she says to me, I wasn't paying attention. Hey, look, there's Erica's dog's twin. And I was like, I doubt it, because you just don't see a lot of pit bulls here. You do once in a while, but especially the gray one. So I was like, all right, well, I turned around. I was like, shit, I got to get a picture of that dog. Like,
it really was.
It really was. But the guy was walking right next to it. I wasn't going.
A friend of ours had just put down her pit bull and shared a picture of it as a puppy. And it was like the same dog. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, now you're going to start seeing them everywhere.
Well, the building next door, they have two, and they look like they could be from the same breed. They're both blue nose, and they have white markings. They look, I don't know if they're a little older, but they look bigger than him. We haven't run into them yet. I've taken him for a walk, like we go for a walk. He's a really good walker, much better than I thought.
And what's going on with the dog park sitch?
No dog parks, okay? No dog parks.
Well, hopefully with the snow,
okay. You've got, I wear glasses, so my glasses fog up with the mask. So you've got my face covered here, glasses fogging up. I'm trying to walk this new dog. I'm trying to, and now we've got snow. It's an obstacle course. It's just, and then if there's somebody coming towards you, we've only like really gone like 2 blocks. Oh, okay, that's it. Let's go back in. Yeah. We got the backyard too. So, and he loves the snow.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's what's going on. Oh, I know what my other thing was. This was the other thing I wanted to mention to you. I have been going down this British television show wormhole. I started with The Crown. I watched the Iron Lady. I'm gonna watch The Queen today. I'm getting all. But on top of that, me and Ronnie started watching the British baking show, The Great British. Everybody says oregano, Nicole.
Now, did you know about this before me? No, you didn't.
No, never heard it before. They say oregano in every episode.
And herbs, not herbs.
There's so many words. So this is another observation I had about the British language and the the Queen's language, or proper English. There's so many, like sponge is cake, and so many words that just mean
aubergine for the eggplant, and courgette for zucchini.
But even just regular phrases and stuff, there's so much things that by the time America has taken English, we have like it's just,
I know.
I guess I am thankful that I am an English native speaking person, because if I tried to learn English, there's so many rules that we've completely thrown out. There's so many exceptions.
Yeah.
It's an insane language, and we're forcing everyone to speak it now.
And I always tell my students, because they'll be like, which one's correct, this way or this way? I'm like, same thing. This is British, this is American. Choose whatever you like. And
she was Claire, right?
I hear them going, yeah, but she's American. You should say it that way. And I'm like, yeah, but my only thing is, if you're going to choose one way, then be consistent. Like, don't be tossing out, one phrase you're going to say, something British, and then the next thing you're going to say something American. Just
don't go mixing it up.
No.
Be consistent with your lingo.
You know,
Stick with it.
my first roommate I had when I moved to Spain in 2001, she was from Leeds, which is in the north of England. She was awesome. And she made this list for me to go to the store one day. She's like, you get some of these things. I get to the store, I go, what the hell is any of this shit? Like courgettes, I'm like, kitchen roll. I'm like, what the fuck?
What's a kitchen roll?
Paper towels. I learned a lot. I had a journal that I had. I wish I still had it. I don't think I do. With pages of like.
This British baking show, I should make a list of all the things. I'm like, what does that mean? It's
Did you laugh? Did you laugh when you heard the oregano? Like
the first time I texted you, but then it was like it's just, that's how they say it. And I was like,
basil. Oh, don't they say basil instead of
basil? Everything is just got a different accent on it, or it's just a word that means something totally different. And if you're going to say scrumptious, this one lady says scrummy.
Oh God. You know what they say a lot? See if you pick up on this, because even in all of Great Britain, they do this. They use the word gorgeous to describe food. Do you know?
Oh, right.
We would never do that. Like gorgeous is like a person or someone's outfit. Not like, oh, this soup is gorgeous. Like, all right.
I think you should watch this one.
I can't deal with that.
Oh, also, it's Bruno. I'm highly recommending that one. But I realized that there is a lot of foul language, so maybe Violetta.
I'll censor that one. Yeah.
That was one, and we watched you have to watch Ted Lasso. I'm telling everybody that watches this, all of our followers, Ted Lasso is on Apple TV.
Oh, I think you texted me this, yeah.
Jason Sudeikis is playing this he's a American football coach, like, and he gets hired to coach a British soccer football team. But it's really an ex-wife who's trying to sabotage. She inherited the team, so she hires him to sabotage. It's like a heartwarming. He is so funny.
Is it a series or a?
It's one season, but I don't know if it's going to have a second season. It seemed like it might. Jason Sudeikis, if you're not a fan,
he's funny, yeah.
You like him? See, Ronnie can't stand him and doesn't think he's funny. He was like, I don't want to watch this. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to put one episode on. All of a sudden, he gets up from behind the computer, comes over, is sitting next to me. We watched the whole thing. We laughed so hard. It's very funny. I
could see why you'd think he does do some corny shit, but
I love him.
I liked him in that Boss movie with, who was in that movie?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, but the guy that I like, Jason, come on, help me out. Jason Bateman.
Oh, yeah.
Who I love.
Jason Sudeikis, my favorite thing he did on SNL was when he would do the Running Man. You know that? What's Up With That skit? The best. I just think that thing is hilarious. Kristen Wiig hosted last night. It was a good one. There's a skit about Christmas morning and moms, and it made me think of you. I'm sorry.
Oh God. Now I want to see it. All right.
I mean, it made me think of like every mom, but it's really funny. So SNL was pretty good last night. I am not trying to stay up late anymore. I just watch it the next morning. Yeah. So I watched that before I got on with you, and that's been my Sunday mornings through the pandemic.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we wrap it up then? And let's just say that we'll have a nice Christmas. I think
Go ahead. Sorry.
Next week will be our last 2020 episode, which is fine by us.
We don't know if maybe we'll change up the format in 2021. Maybe we'll try something different.
I think so. We might.
But you know what I was thinking? I did get my hair braided the last time was for my 40th birthday when I went to go see Beyonce with Lisa. And so these are your birthday braids.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. You'll remember the occasion around it.
I'll leave them until tomorrow. They're getting a little fuzzy in the back, but
Yeah, but that's pretty good. It lasted, considering. Yeah,
usually she's my new girl. We'll see.
nice.
Yeah, she doesn't live far either, so, and she made home visits. I didn't know what to expect either because I didn't see her. She was just texting me. I was like, who's gonna show up?
Like someone's gonna show up with shears or something. What were you
No,
expecting?
I mean, I didn't know like what this person was gonna look like. Also, her name was Sam, so I mean, I didn't know. It's like it was Pat. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, have a nice, merry one, or as they say in England, happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. And yeah, I'm gonna watch some more baking show probably through the week. And I bet by 2021 I will have a British accent. I will be like Madonna.
God. All right. Have a good one. Happy Christmas, everyone.